Yo, what is happening? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to another video on the channel. So, guys, I've kind of decided I'm going to try to keep YouTube as gaming related as possible. My streams where I'm playing darts are going to be on a Wednesday on YouTube, and then all the other times it'll be on Twitch. So if you actually care about my darts content moving forward, go and watch me on Twitch or follow me on TikTok. There's links in the description to both my Twitch TV, which is called Side Plays Darts, as well as my TikTok. So yeah, if you care about my darts content, go and watch it on there. Even though until I've actually, a game gets released, I'm still going to do a live stream every Wednesday. It's just going to be darts until there's an actual video game I want to play. What's actually out there. So guys, yeah, gaming. Wow, just like how bad is gaming right now? I'm kind of getting sick of just listening to like Nero's Cinema and Blame Truth pretty much making the same video 24/7, and then Nero especially slating the game, and then yeah, for some reason he goes and plays it all the time. It's kind of annoying, not gonna lie, guys. So yeah, they've been kind of making the same video now for about 2 or 3 weeks. Can't really blame them. They're making loads of money doing it, so credit to them. Just comes across as a bit hypocritical to me, not gonna lie. So yeah, I've kind of stopped playing Call of Duty. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop talking about it all the time. And what I want to talk about now is kind of, how bad gaming is right now, but why I think we can actually see some light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. I've got no gameplay in the background because I've not even played a game. But again, I kind of going to use the viewing numbers on Twitch and Steam charts as well, just to kind of, try to ram home what my thoughts are regarding gaming right now. And again, I've not made a video for a while talking about gaming, so it kind of like feels long overdue this. So if you have a look at video games in general, like a lot of the stuff what's out there now, it's either yearly garbage like FC25, Call of Duty, games what have been out for a long time, Apex Legends, a lot of these games here, the games what have been out for a long time. Until we get Grand Theft Auto 6 later on this year, I'm afraid gaming is pretty dead right now. It's stale, it's boring. Like, we all know the situation with Call of Duty Black Ops 6 multiplayer. We know about Warzone. Nero's made 74,000 videos. Blame Truth's made over 100,000 videos now talking about all the problems, everything, what's wrong with them, all the scummy things going off. The whole fact that it's, an algorithm-based video game. The video game's playing you. We all know about skill-based matchmaking, which is bad enough, but then there's engagement-optimized matchmaking, which, again, according to various people, it modifies your gameplay experience based on trying to drive up the sales of microtransactions. So basically, anybody who's still playing Call of Duty, it's your own fault. You're dumb, and you need to move on, because the game is basically playing you. You're not playing a video game anymore. So you kind of got to look at the situation of games right now. So we all know that Warzone player numbers are down. I've made a video about it. Everybody else has made a video about it. We all know that Black Ops 6 player numbers are down. Again, Warzone used to be on this top row all the time, guys. I think the only shining light, what we've had recently from video games getting released, is Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is a great game, regardless if you like kind of the genre, universe it's set in or whatever. Nonetheless, it's a great game. Developers care. They listen to player feedback. Something what Call of Duty's not done for a long time. And as much as it pains me to say it, I think Apex has gone that way. I don't know what Vince is doing. I don't know if he deliberately wants to kill off Apex Legends because they're not listening to community feedback. Not really going to get into it because I don't understand it all, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not really an Apex YouTuber. I know pretty much everything about Call of Duty, but when I'm talking about Apex, I don't feel that I'm qualified enough to kind of break it down in such a articulated manner. But anyway, you look at player numbers on Apex, like, back in November, 225,000 players. Look at it now, 98,000 players. The game is tanking really, really bad. Like, look at the all-time peak, guys. Almost 2 years ago. I think this game has been out for like 4 years. So look how many people used to play it. Look how many plays it now. Again, yes, it's still got a healthy player base when you look at the bigger picture. But again, it's nowhere near as big of a game as what it used to be. Same as Warzone, same as Call of Duty, same as Rainbow Six Siege even. There's not really any game out there in this genre, apart from, Marvel Rivals, which a lot of people are saying, no, it's not the same, it's third person. Okay, I kind of get that argument. But nonetheless, a shooter game at the moment, it's pretty dead. Now, I'm kind of thinking that, well, it's that dead at the moment. Surely EA has got to, be putting some serious effort into making Battlefield a good game again. I don't think we're necessarily going to see a game like Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4. I think we're going to see the most Call of Duty related Battlefield game we've ever seen. I think we're going to get a mixture of a Battlefield game and a COD game. Obviously, Vince has worked on old school COD, and Battlefield is probably seeing the frustrations what the Call of Duty community have got with their game, and maybe they're seeing this now as an ideal opportunity to actually get some of the Call of Duty player base on board. We've heard rumors as well that there's going to be a Battle Royale game in this version of Battlefield. A lot of people aren't really that keen on it, but myself personally, when Warzone was at its peak, everybody was in Verdansk. Vehicles were fun to drive. You didn't have 74 million weapons in the game with 74 million attachments. I think Warzone was actually a really, really good video game back in the day. But the influx of cheaters, as well as the development team not listening to community feedback, the whole microtransactions have got to a toxic level now, where pretty much everything in the game can be purchased. Weapons hid behind paywalls, where the developers and Activision are deliberately putting them that high in the battle pass that, people are not patient enough, and they know the player base aren't patient enough, that even if you've, grinded the game, like some weapons, you have to get to like level 63 to unlock it for free in the battle pass. They know exactly what they're doing with that kind of a scummy microtransaction kind of monetization system. They know what they're doing, guys. It's not a mistake. Everything is deliberate. We all know about how they track all your stats down to, like, the finest things. It's all been proven. So I kind of think all that is going to make the next Battlefield game more of a Call of Duty game than a Battlefield game. Because you could argue that Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 weren't as accessible as Call of Duty, and that was kind of one of the biggest reasons behind the player split between Battlefield and a COD. And if you look at the recent Battlefields, it kind of suggests that we are getting Battlefield games now which are closer to what Call of Duty used to represent than what Battlefield used to represent. Again, I would love it if this year's Battlefield came out and it was like Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4, but I don't really think they're going to do that. I think they're going to kind of want to make a more mainstream version of Battlefield, what is going to be a lot more arcadey and potentially fast-paced, because Call of Duty at the moment is bleeding players. It's well known. Vince has worked on COD before. I think that we're going to get a kind of Battlefield game what feels like Call of Duty. It's got a lot of things what Apex had, because again, he's worked on that thing. They're both EA brands, products, whatever you want to refer to it. So I kind of think that gaming sucks right now, but I think when Battlefield gets released, is it this year or next year? I think it's next year. So I think we've still got a long time for a Battlefield game. But really, guys, in the shooting genre, it's pretty dead at the moment. I can't wait for Grand Theft Auto 6 to come out later on in the year to give me something to grind and, play for the foreseeable future. Obviously, a bit more short term, we've got Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which I'm, incredibly excited for. Love the first game, and I can't wait to play the second one. But again, as always, guys, thank you for your support as always. Remember, the darts videos, again, I'm still going to put the odd live stream on for darts, but I'm not really going to do anything darts related other than live stream it on my YouTube videos, because YouTube just doesn't like darts content for some reason. Doesn't really get the views of what video gaming does. Again, a big thank you to everybody who actually told me that the best place to post darts content is on TikTok, because I'm already doing incredibly well on TikTok. I think my last 3 videos on TikTok have got over 10,000 views, and we're growing massively on that platform, because for some reason TikTok actually puts smaller content creators first instead of YouTube, which, remember, guys, back in the good old days where it was YouTube, broadcast yourself, and the whole heart of YouTube back then was the community of small content creators, which has now turned into some kind of like corporation-driven machine. I genuinely think that over the last, 5 or 6 years especially, that YouTube has lost its soul now. It's just become more of the corporate machine, so to speak, instead of broadcast yourself. YouTube used to say to the small content creators, broadcast yourself, but YouTube, it's now saying to the smaller creators, go fuck yourself instead. Cheerio, guys. Love you all. Bye-bye for now.